It's Week 7 of the NFL, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Commanders and the Packers, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. A 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Love from the gun. A quick throw there is incomplete. You talk about this Washington defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Holding offense.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding
Still
penalty.
First down.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. Pushing his way through. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Eluding the pressure right. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They're going to hurry back to the line now. To the air goes Daniels. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. Terry McLaurin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the sideline and make a catch.
He gets that one complete to Wicks. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Ryland on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Packers ready to take over offensively. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. You talk about this Washington defense. Now, they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
They may be ranked.
Continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He gets away from 1. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Here's Daniels. Escaping the pressure right. And he's in. Touchdown Commanders. Jaden Daniels. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Commanders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here's Love. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. 66 yards. And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak. Plus, they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is. And let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
And this is going to be a Commanders first down as good running gets him to about the 44. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. And Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. In motion goes Patrick. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 13 yards there and a Washington first. Off the option, he'll try and run with it.
Holding. Offense.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Daniels. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt. Boy, a tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And that's going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Jacobs going to try the middle. Gets past one man. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
In motion, the tight end. To pass, here's Jordan Love. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Love now.
It finds his receiver, Watson.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, it's McCormick. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
An injury going to pause the game here, and it looks like it's Terry McLaurin who's in some discomfort. Not sure what happened. Hopefully this is nothing major.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first.
Now here's Brad Robbins now.
And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw now, here's Love. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Love.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Love looking to throw it. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Jacobs will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Josh Jacobs in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Packers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Now the try here for the point after. Oh, this is blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Off the play fake, Daniels.
He'll get this one to Patrick. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before break. Daniels. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, and it's the Eagles who are out in front. A touchdown pass there for Kenny Pickett. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And this one going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. Kyler Murray has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward. These two teams going through their final adjustments. It's about time for the second half in Green Bay. So for the call, we go back up to Lambeau and Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers.
Holding
because they probably
offense.
allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Breaks a tackle, and he goes across the 20 to the 22.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Daniels looking to throw.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
And we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Here's 3rd and 7.
The first throw here for the backup Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is fielded at the 27. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10.
At about the 32.
He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Now Love. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he rifles one incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
To throw, it's Garoppolo.
That is caught.
And some room to roam now. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Robinson up the middle.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Over the middle, that's the tight end Sennett.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
On 3rd down, it's Hawkins. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. To throw is Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Keeps himself, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we've played 3 quarters.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now at Lambeau.
It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th.
A A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he's going to go down, sacked back at the 13-yard line.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively at 2nd down.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing. Love.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Back to throw again.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
That's complete to Wicks.
Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Packers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Following the interception, Love. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Here's Love.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And his kick is absolutely perfect.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So a player's shaken up. We'll get a stoppage here. And that's Alvin Kamara, the one who's going to receive some attention. Hopefully he's okay.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. On play action, it's Garoppolo.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
On the give, here's Robinson.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Eluding the pressure right. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Garoppolo to throw.
He'll find his man. That's the rookie from Notre Dame.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Hand off now to Robinson.
And he'll go down at the 28. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Back to Robinson now on first down.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Again, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did.
Now Love. That's going to be caught downfield by Reed.
And all the way down to the 29.
Love looking to throw it. He gets that one complete to Wicks.
And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So advantage Packers here. They'll possess the ball first with a chance to win it here in overtime. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
First throw in overtime for Love. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down. Play action this time with Love.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Holding offense.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez on for a very important punt here in overtime. And this will be taken at the 13. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, their defense, they did the important thing. They got the stop. They didn't allow a point, but now they're backed up here pretty far, Charles. Going to need a...
Oh, Odell Beckham Jr. with a diving grab. And he's going to be brought down right there after the catch at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
They'll run this one right with Robinson.
And he's got some space here. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Holding offense.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Garoppolo now. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw.
He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Packer pressure, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Play action. Garoppolo.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo.
Open man down the field, it's a tight end Senate.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans streaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, Davis.
I kind of figured that was coming.
So for the Commanders,
their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at